Number 1, y'all, and even if it's boring and y'all all know how to do it, I'm going through every single question. So you will have all the answers to your study guide. And this is it. It's all we're doing today. At the end, if you have any other questions, I'll go over them. And tomorrow, let's see. I'll also tell you how many questions are on the test. I don't think there's 36. So I'll go and look and see how many are on there. Okay, so the first one, the quotient of S and 5. Well, so the first thing you have to know is, what does quotient mean? Division. And then you just put S first and then 5. So for number 1, and that's an S in the numerator. That's what you should have gotten, which is A. Did y'all all get A? So you would have to know, huh? Well, B has the plus sign. Is that what you said, B? Or for number? Yeah, quotient's division. Or do you have a different study guide? That's the... Did you get one on Friday? Were you here Friday?
I got one on the 8th grade.
That's the 8th grade one? So do you have the one from Friday?
I think I might have the 8th grade one.
Hold on, let me pause this. Because y'all all on Friday... Okay, I will call you out on the video and send it to your parents sometimes. I do that too. Okay, so number 2... It says 7 times the sum of H and S. So you put, what'd you get? D. That's right. You put 7 times, and then you got something else going on. Addition. The sum of H and S. So that's what that one looks like, okay? Number 3, you just have to pick, it says, what word phrase represents the expression? So they might not use the same words as you, but you have to see.
Please do not send your kids to the library. We are having to do another class out there for the parents, so it will be closed today. Thank you.
Can I just use my study guide as my locker?
You can. It is, it just wasn't on. All right, so this one, what is the answer to number 3? It says 2D. What does that mean? 2 times
D.
What'd you get?
A.
It's A. And you see how they put it a little bit different? They put 2 times a number D. Okay? So that one's number 3. Number 4. And just to, yep, what'd you get, Cannon?
I got A.
You got A. 7 times, well, if it was A, it would have been 7 times the sum of a number X and 6. That's what A says right there. What did you get?
B.
B, the sum of 7 times the number X and 6. It is B. It is B. Okay? And there's one more like this one on your test. Okay? What number are we on? 4? Yep. So far it's looking like your questions look like number 2 and number 4 on your test. All right? They look more like 2 and 4. So does everybody understand why number 4 is B and not A? It is not. Do we understand the difference? Okay. Because that one's going to be on there, one just like this. All right. Then number 5. Let's see. It looks like this one. I'm going to work through it. We got 6. We have 11 plus 16 divided by 6 minus 3. So what's in parentheses? What's 11? Well, I'm just going to go through it. Y'all don't have to give me the answer. What's 11 plus 16? 27. And then what is 6 minus 3? 3. Then what do we do next? So what's 6 times 27?
6 times 142.
That's less. No, I didn't get. I don't even know where my calculator. Is it 162? Thank you. 162 divided by 3. What'd y'all get on this one?
I got 54.
54. It should be C. It should be 54. Answer choice C. Any questions on anything we did there? Do we not understand something? We got it? Okay. Moving along, number 6. And just so you know, the one on your test, if I go by this, looks more like number 5 than it does number 6. So let's do what's inside parentheses. There's lots of steps here. We'll take it step by step. Okay, so parentheses first. So we got to go way in here in this parentheses. What's 5 squared? And then 4 squared? So that's what I'm going to change. I'll bring everything else down. I did what's in parentheses, 25 minus 16. What is 25 minus 16? What'd you get? 9. Okay. Then we can do this part. So I've already done what's in parentheses. Now we're looking in these parentheses, or what they're called really is brackets, but it's still parentheses. What's 6 squared?
36.
So I've got 36 divided by 9 plus 9. What is 36 divided by 9?
4 plus 9 would be 13.
4, so we get 4 plus 9, you're getting ahead of me. Then you got 4 plus 9 is 13, and 13 times 13 is 169. Is that what we got? Yes, everybody understands those steps. Again, if you're hot in here, I'm sorry, I promise the air, it will eventually start to work better. Okay, so again, it looks more like number 5 on the test than it does number 6. So let's move on. Number 7, it says evaluate. And they tell us that U is 15, X is 6, and Y is 3. So that means you just plug them in. So what am I going to write?
15 plus 6 times 3.
All right, and what is 6 times 3?
18.
So 15 plus 18, and what is that? 33. So for number 7, you should have got 33. And there is one just like that on there. Okay? Number 8, you could have plugged in your calculator, or you can just figure it out like separately. What is the square root of 81? 9. And then Lakin, what's the square root of 49?
7.
7. Can you reduce this one? No, you can't. All right, oh, here's my calculator. If you want to make sure, just type it in. 9 divided by 7, math, enter. And it still gave me 9 over 7. So I know it can't be reduced, okay? Does everybody know the square root button on the calculator? Yes? All right. Let me do number 9. All right, so there is one like number 8, and then there is one just like number 9, okay? Number 9 says we have the number 92. What all does it belong to? All right, so tell me one of them it belongs to.
Integers.
Integers, okay. What's another one?
Rational numbers.
Rational, what's another one, Lakin?
Natural numbers.
Natural, what's another one?
Whole numbers.
Whole numbers. Isn't that all?
That's B.
Yeah, so it's B. It belongs to all of them, okay? It will be very similar. All right, the whole first page. Any questions on the first page? Are we so far making 100% on this? Yeah? Okay. Second page, all right, they little change here. What kind of number does the square root of 45 belong to? What kind of numbers? Yes?
Irrational.
Irrational? Is that what you said? Yep, it's just irrational. Because if you typed it in your calculator, you could tell it just keeps going and going and going and going. All right, eventually it ends on the calculator, but you'll see that it's really going, okay? All right, number 11, and y'all, if I start to go too fast, just raise your hand and tell me. Number 11, they give us these numbers. The square root of 3, negative 1.4, negative 3 halves, 0.6, and the square root of 2. So if we're going to list them in order, what do we need to do first? Yeah, change them all to decimals and then compare. So the square root of 3, oops. Yep, 1.73, it keeps going, but I'll just write that. That one's already a decimal. What's negative 3 halves? Negative 1.5. All right, remember you can just type that in your calculator and it would tell you. That one's already a decimal. And then what about the square root of 2? Yep, so 1.41. And it tells you to go from least to greatest. So which one of those is the smallest?
Square root of 2.
Well, that's not negative though. Here, I'll go ahead and write these so we can see all these in a line. Right here. Which one of those is a negative that's the furthest from 0? This one. I don't care if you write the negative 1.5 or the negative 3 halves. It doesn't matter, okay? I don't even know that this one's on there. I'll tell you in a minute. But I'll just write negative 3 halves. Okay, since I'm already done with that one, let me put a little mark over that. Then which one? Negative 1.4. So now we're done with negatives. Now let's go to the positives. What would come first? 0.6. Then what?
Square root of 2.
Yep, the square root of 2, and then the square root of 3. So that would be those in order. I don't know that this one's on there. There is one like it, but it's short answer. So it may be more like, is there one of these on the back? No. I guess it is like that. Okay. Yeah, there is one like this on there. Oh, this one is short answer. Let me make sure. What else? Okay. All right, can I keep going? Everybody's good. All right, number 12. It says, at the video store, you buy 2 CDs for $17.90 each and a DVD for $29.25. It says use mental math, y'all. If you have your calculator, just add it up. And what did you get?
$65.05.
$65.05. Okay. So again, she had, and just if you needed to know what to put in your calculator, 2 of these and 1 of these. Right? And then you just add it. Did everybody get that? Yep. We can keep going. Let me see if there's one like that on the test. Yes, it is. I said at first it wasn't, but it is. It's more at the end of the test. Let's see. It looks like there's 22 questions. Yeah, I don't know why it's mixed up. But yeah, there's 22 questions on the test. All right, let's keep going. Number 13, there's one like this. It has 9 times 2x. Remember, you can always multiply. So what's 9 times 2x? What did you get?
18x.
It is 18x. 9 times 2x is 18x. Because remember, you can always multiply those numbers. So 9 times 2 is 18. I'm making sure. Can y'all feel air yet, y'all? No?
I feel bad. I don't know.
All right. Boys, are y'all getting all this? Okay. Number 14. There is one like either 14 or 15, but what's negative 4 plus 7? What'd y'all get? What'd you get, Lakin?
Negative 4 plus 7, I got 3.
3. That's correct. Would y'all use your calculators to check your answers tomorrow? Yes. I would recommend it. But you should know that without it. And then number 15, what is negative 4 plus negative 2? What'd you get? Negative 6. Kanan, you got this next one. Why don't you do this next one?
Oh, wait.
Okay. You don't have this one? 8/7 plus negative 4/10. Y'all, I'm going to show you how to do this on your calculator. I'll do this one. Okay? So that you can check your answer. If you want to work through it, get the same denominator, add them, go for it. Try it. But please check your answer using your calculator. So I would say 8 divided by 7. That's my first fraction. Plus negative 4/10. That's my second fraction. Okay, does everybody get that? Y'all should all, if you're not sure, don't ask me tomorrow since I showed this to you on how to enter it in. It's going to give me a decimal. How do I change that?
Put it 2 places.
Well, you can just do math, enter, and it'll just tell you it's 26/35. It reduces it for you. Okay? Math, enter. And there's one like that on there. Okay? Then number 17. We are going through this. All right, what'd y'all get for 17? Let's see. Negative 5.9 minus 2.1. And wait, what'd you get? Negative what?
8.
Negative 8. All right. Number 18. There is one like that one that I just did. There is one like 17 on there. Okay. Number 18. It's 7 minus 7. What is 7 minus 7? Yep, I heard somebody say it. It's 0. Okay? It's just 0. I don't see one like that on there. All right. Number 19. I don't know if I see one like this on there. It says a mountain climber ascends to its peak. What does ascend mean? It goes up. So they're at 11,340 feet above sea level. Then it says they descend 210. So what does that mean to descend? To go down. So I would subtract 210. And what did y'all get on that one? C. Yes, 19 is C. It is 11,130 feet. But I don't see that one there. Okay, number 20. There's one similar to this. It's just multiplication. What is negative 9 times negative 8? What'd you get? 72. Okay, everybody good with that one? Yes. Okay, 21. There's one like this one. They have 7/5 times 10/9. All right, which you would multiply straight across. If I multiply straight across, what do I get?
45. Or mom is 45. 70 over
70 over 45. And that can be reduced, Lakin. What is it reduced to?
745, that can be reduced to 35 over so.
No, here, watch. I'll put it here. You can just divide them both by, I'm guessing, 5.
I didn't reduce.
Which is what? 14?
14 over 9.
14 over 9. What I would have done, y'all, is I would have multiplied these fractions. So I would have done 7/5 times 10/9. And then I would go ahead and press math, enter, and it told me 14 over 9. Okay? It'll just do it for you. All right? Let's keep going. So that's the whole first 2 pages. Any questions with that so far? None of those. We're good with that? All right. Now I've got 22. 22, it says we've got 1/3 on the outside of parentheses, and there is one like this on there. Actually, I think it's more like 23. But what do you do with the 1/3? What do you do?
You
Boys, y'all make sure you're listening.
multiply it times negative 45.
Yeah, you multiply it times the negative 45 and then also the 21. So what you're going to do, what I would do, is type in 1/3 times negative 45. What's that answer?
Negative 15.
So I'm going to write that first, negative 15m. And then what's 1/3 of 21? Some of y'all should know. Yeah, 1/3, of 21 is 7. And so what's your answer on that one?
C.
C.
Plus 7.
Yep, negative 15m plus 7. Cannon, you got that? Okay, 23. It's more like this one on the test. Negative 6 minus 8c times negative 9. So it's backwards, but you do the same thing. So what do I do with the negative 9 first?
Multiply it by 8.
Multiply it by negative 6, really, first. You are going to multiply it by the negative 8 in a second. So what'd you get for this one, Lexi?
B.
B, and that is 54.
Plus 72C.
And then negative 9 times negative 8c is 72c. Any questions on that?
No, ma'am.
Y'all look bored. Y'all just must totally get this. Should have had the test today, huh? All
I
right.
didn't notice there was a whole nother page, so I need to.
You need to go over. We're going over it. Your test isn't today. All right. So that's that page. Now we keep going. All right. 1.7 m squared plus 6.5 n minus 4n plus 2.5 m squared minus m. Whole bunch of terms here. We just combine like terms. So what matches the m squared right here? I would just type in my calculator. 1.7 plus 2.5. And what is it? 4.2 m squared. Questions on that one? Then we combine all the other numbers. Don't forget this last one, okay? So it's 6.5 plus 2.5. I'm sorry, no, I did that wrong. 6.5 minus 4 minus 1. What is 6.5 minus 4 minus 1? It is a positive 1.5. So you are going to put plus 1.5. Okay, so that one is answer choice A, I think. I don't have my answers right here. It is? Okay. Y'all, even if you're understanding this, make sure you're not disturbing other people. You just go with if it was positive or negative. So like on this one, 1.7 plus 2.5, that was a positive number, right? So I brought down a positive number. Then on the rest of them, I just would type that in, 6.5 minus 4 minus 1. Since it gave me a positive answer, I'm putting a plus sign. If it gave you a negative answer, put a minus sign. Okay? All right, number 25. Can we keep going? This one's a little weird, and there is one like it, so you'll just have to know what it's looking for. This one, they want you to write it in a different way. So they're looking for an expression that shows the same thing as this. So they want you to just split it up. So watch, I could split it up like this. Do we understand that part? Cannon, you got the answer?
Is it 14 over 9? 14 over 9x?
On which, hold on.
Oh, never mind.
Nope. No. First thing you do is split it up like this. You can't combine them. But then what do you have to do with 6 over 9? Reduce it, right? What'd you get, Lexi? A. So what is 6 over 9 reduced to?
2/3.
2/3. Here's your x. And 8 over 9 does not reduce. So be careful with that one, okay? Notice it wants the same expression written just a different way. So if this one has an x, what should this one still have? An x, okay? It just wants you to write it this way. Do we get that? Yes? Okay, the next one, number 26. Negative, and then we've got 5m minus 4p. One way to think about it is this negative sign out here is changing everything in parentheses to the opposite. Okay, so if I distribute the negative, or think of it as a -1 if you want to, what's -1 times 5m? Negative 5m, and then -1 times -4p. Positive 4p. Okay, so you'll notice how it just changed everything inside to the opposite. What answer is that? B. There is one just like that, okay? So there was one just like 25, or just like 24, 25, and 26. Okay, are we ready for 27? Yep. All right, 27. It says magazines cost $3.90 each. What's the total cost of 2 magazines? What would you do on this one?
You would multiply 390
Yeah, 390 times 2. It says use mental math, but you probably wouldn't. And I'm guessing what's your answer? B? Yep, $7.80. You would just, most of you would just use your calculator. But that one is not on there. Huh?
So if I can use my calculator.
Yeah, even if you think you know it, I strongly recommend using your calculator. Let me see if there's one. I figured there'd be one like this, but I'm not seeing it. We're going to go ahead and do 28, though. they have 17 minus 2 equals 7 plus 9. Is it true, false, or open?
It's false.
Well, what is 17 minus 2?
17 minus 2 is 15.
And what's 7 plus 9?
16.
So you were correct. It is false. But I don't see one like that.
But if there had been a variable,
Then it would have been open. That's right. All right. Number 29. It says use mental math. So they just want you to think, like not solve it out, but what would you add to 9 to get 29? 20. And I don't see this one on there, but x is 20 is your answer. I do see one like
What does coefficient mean?
30. What does coefficient mean? Anybody know?
Number.
The number out front. What is the number out front? That's all it wants. So that's what they're trying to test you on that question. On number 30, you have to know what the coefficient is. All right, so if I have 9xy plus 9xy minus 7xy, let's go ahead and combine all of our like terms, right?
It would be 11xy and the coefficient is 11.
Yes, so he put that on his calculator, or he just did that in his head. 9 plus 9 minus 7, and he got 11 xy's. And then it asked for not your whole answer, but it asked for the coefficient. What's your number out front? It was 11. So number 30 is D, and there is one just like that on the test. Okay, let's see. Any questions on the whole that whole page? I know it's not the first page, it's your third. So we're good. Okay. Is there one like this? I don't think there's one like 31, but we're going to go through it because we'll see this again next chapter or two. All right, on this one though, they tell you that the degrees Celsius is 50 degrees. So instead of writing C, what can I write? 50. Okay, I'm going to plug it in. So I would have 9/5 times 50 plus 32. So if I plug that in my calculator, I would just go step by step. I would say 9/5 times 50. Notice how I put it in parentheses for my little fraction. And then I would add 32. And I get 122.
That's C.
And it's C? Okay, thanks. Yep, C. I don't know if I can turn it down cooler.
It's fine.
What? Okay. What?
Oh.
It is warm, I know. It's because I didn't leave the air on all weekend.
Even the divers never it's not.
It's because they're right under the thing.
No, it's just hot though.
Is it not moving around? It looks like it's moving.
This way. Oh, well, it
No, it's
isn't
moving.
actually.
It's moving.
It's moving very slowly.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Number 32. There is one like this one. So what it says, make sure you read the instructions. Boxes of car parts are stacked up on top of each other on a workbench. The table shows the height of above the floor of the topmost box and how it depends on the number of boxes. What's the rule for the height? Now read this part. Give the rule in words and as an algebraic expression. Okay, so you're doing words and the expression. You have this on a worksheet. So what's the first thing I'm going to write, okay?
We'll do 9 times the number n plus 38.
Yeah, 9n plus 38. And Lakin, what did you get?
I got for every box, multiply one more number each time.
Well, what it's looking for, this is the first part. Okay, 9n plus 38. That's the first thing you would write. Okay, because you can see in every part of the table what they're doing, right? 9 times whatever it is plus 38. And then you would write the words. Cannon?
Would it be 9 times n? N times
9 times n plus
Plus
38. Yeah. Okay, or you could do 9 times the number n plus 38. But yeah, you'll have to write that out. I'll write it. 9 times n
Oh, yeah, right. The letter.
plus 38. You have to do both things. So read the thing. It says give the rule in words and an algebraic expression. Here's words, and what's that? an algebraic expression. So make sure you do both tomorrow. So just read the directions. That one was on there, and this next one is on there. So what are we going to do on this next one?
You're going to solve it and then answer and see if it equals it.
Yeah. So they tell you, is this, or let's plug in -1 to see if it's a solution. So instead of writing x, we'll try to write -1. So let's see, does this work? -3 times -1 plus 4. What is this going to be? 7. If I multiply that, I would get 3 plus 4. Is 7 equal to 10? No. No, so your answer is no. And 34 is not on there. Yay. I'm sure y'all are glad about that one. Do y'all want me to go ahead and do it though? Well,
false.
Yeah, it's false. Like if I just pick a number for A and B, I think we already did this one. Let me just pick 2 and 5. Okay? So if I plugged it in instead of this is what they have. I'm going to plug those numbers in. 2 times 2 times 5. Does that equal 2 squared plus 5 squared? So does 20 equal, 29? No. All right, and that is a counterexample. If you're wondering what in the world is a counterexample, we will see that in geometry over and over again. You just did a counterexample. All that. You proved that it didn't work. Okay? Now that one's not on there though. 35, hold on just a second. Anybody still writing anything? Okay, again, if I go too fast, you have to just tell me.
This is Amanda.
Yes?
For 34, another equation you could do, instead of that be A times B is equal to B times A.
For 34? Oh, yeah, and that one would be true. That one would work, yeah. But there's not going to be one like that, either one of those on there. Okay, are y'all ready for number 35? It says you have John's age and you're looking at, I'll just put it up here for a second. You're looking at Rob's age. Rob is 3 years younger than John. So if he is 3 years younger than John, he'll be 5. So let's just make sure that we get that, read that correct. So you've got John is 8, Rob is 5. If John is 9, Rob is 6.
Basically, once you get the
10,
you just count up.
7, 11, 8, 12, 9, N. Okay? So N minus 3. Yeah, it didn't say to plug in, it didn't give you a number. A lot of y'all changed the number. So on this one, you were doing 8 minus 3, 5. 9 minus 3, 6. 10 minus 3. What were you doing every time? Subtracting 3. So when you get down to here, what are you going to put? N minus 3. That's what it's looking for. Okay? So make sure that you get that part right. All right? If you get all these right and that wrong, that's just a point. Okay? You're not going to lose all the points. But make sure, don't change that number to 13 and put an answer. It wants you to use N. And that one was on there. Okay, then we have 36. There's one like this, but it's even a little bit easier, it looks like. Okay, how would you do this? There's 2 ways. All right, Lakin, how did you do it?
I just did 3 times 3 and then 8 times 8, and I got B.
And you got what?
I got B.
Y'all got B. Well, so it would be 3 to the 3rd, and you get 27. 8 to the 3rd, and you get 512. Do I need to show y'all how to do to the 3rd power?
You just multiply it by itself, and whatever you get, then you multiply it by that.
Well, like on this, I just do 3. I press that up button,
That's 3.
and it's 3 to the 3rd, and then I would do 8 to the 3rd. Okay, and you would get that. 27 over 512. Or you could have even done 3 divided by 8 to the 3rd. How do you change it to a fraction? Math inner. There you go. Lots of different ways. Is there another one? Oh, no, that's it. Okay. So, questions? Can you what? Yes, I didn't know what you said.